I'm feeling fine, slightly apprehensive that it may be maybe even very painful, but more I think because it should only take about an hour and a half, more I'm kind of worried about having to, look after it for a couple of weeks afterwards and, make sure it doesn't get infected, and I don't know what things will feel like rubbing against it, and excited. I would like them to be far enough apart so my shirt can be like this without it showing all the time, because I don't particularly want everybody on the tube and bus to challenge me or get angry with me and accuse me of not being pro-life or something strange. So I think that will work. I think it will fit. This is only to do with your heart having stopped working. That the only situation I could think of in which I would be happy to be resuscitated would be if I were to be struck by lightning and in no other way damaged, and it simply stopped my heart and there was somebody within 30 seconds who was able to start it again. That would be fine. But otherwise, the time it takes normally for somebody to get to you anyway, you're brain damaged. I love life, and it's because I'm very pro-life, and my life is excellent, and I want to continue to live with my life at this quality for as long as possible. But if my heart actually stops at my age, it's usually for pretty good reason, and I don't want it restarted, because I don't want to go on living at a much lower quality of life. Do not resuscitate doesn't mean do not treat, and I'm very happy to have the treatment that I've been having, medication I have for high blood pressure and diabetes. I think I'm very grateful to the National Health and would want to go on with that sort of thing, but I don't want my heart started again if it stops. It almost never works, almost never. Very low percentage, even if it's in hospital where a defibrillator is within yards of you. And when it does succeed, the very few people who are able to describe it later, who aren't brain damaged and so forth, say it was a horrific experience. It can break your ribs, it can rupture your spleen. It's a very, very violent thing to do to somebody who should be dying peacefully. Living will extant seem the briefest way to say it. You can't say it. It just means in existence. And I think, doctors know Latin. It doesn't have real legal weight, but it's a great help to the medical profession to know that you have written a living will which says that you don't want to be kept alive under circumstances when virtually you shouldn't be. That's what it boils down to, and the medical profession understands what you mean, absolutely. And when my husband was diagnosed with advanced terminal cancer, his choice was simply to have palliative care. And years before, we'd both done living wills. And it was very interesting to see how pleased the medical profession was, the GP, the GPs, the consultants, the hospice, that this living will existed. And they knew exactly how Tony felt about it. And he had superb care and the luxury of dying at home. Every one of those medical professionals everyone. Once Tony had told them he'd made that choice, then said that would have been their choice. But they wouldn't, of course, say that beforehand. They offered him chemotherapy and radiotherapy and so forth. I think it's quite exciting to go off to get a tattoo on a Monday afternoon when you're 70. I think it's rather cool.
Oh, all done.
Huh.
Done.
Right.
Now look in the mirror and then if you're going to read it.
Yes. That's really good. That's just how I hoped it would be. Okay. And do you want to, there's still another 20 minutes or so? Do you 15 minutes? Do you want a cup of tea or something? Yeah. Yeah, I'll put the kettle on and let Pembo out again. Pembo? Oh no, you're alright. Doesn't matter if it's an accident. It doesn't matter.